want everyone at home to know I was very close to playing the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald again. I was going to make it 29 straight shows, one for each passenger. I decided against it. It was hard to do clips because everything gets flagged. But
that's funny.
Yeah, it was sort of a bit on myself. So, you know what? I went down with the ship, and rightfully so.
30 bells.
I'm Zach Bruner. Jake Osmond is here. We're going to talk a lot about some big sports stuff this week, but Jake has a non-sports thing to start with, I think.
Well, I went down to Manhattan, Kansas, go Cats this weekend.
That's right.
Vacation. Okay. So did a lot of fun things. I feel like I had one more takeaway, but they played KU volleyball. They lost this time, but they fought valiantly, as they always do,
Mm-hmm.
This was my first takeaway. Went back to Canes. We've talked about this a little on the show before. I'm a big Canes fan.
Okay.
First off, for those who don't know, they've apparently went all in on a sponsorship deal with Peter, Kirk Herbstreit's dog.
Oh, really? Interesting. Okay.
He's everywhere. They already had golden retrievers because the owner has golden retrievers. That's like a Canes thing. So it makes sense. Good deal. But you walk in and it's like, he's like Ronald McDonald, man. Pete Herbstreit's fucking everywhere. Yeah, there's cardboard cutouts of this golden retriever.
That feels weird to me.
Well, it feels weird. I also can't confirm this, but I'm pretty confident that they had to deal with Ben Herbstreit, is his golden who passed. So do you think it was a legacy deal? Do you think they had to renegotiate?
Herbstreit's he's a businessman, so they probably tried to back out. Like, hey, we made a deal with the other. Is this a good boy? We don't know. So
he's got
that's
3
interesting.
more goldens. So
he sure does. That's probably why he set himself up.
That's right. But the real thing, Zach, we've talked about this before. I love Canes. I have one gripe with Canes and one only.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we got to cut it with whatever witch cant they put on me as soon as I come up to we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
If you haven't been to Canes, you can Google it, but they say something to the effect of, and it's different. It's not a set thing. They have a bunch of different ones, but freaking chicken, what you picking? Like hot chow, what do you want right now? So it's like wild. So they hit me with one of those. I was ready. I knew they were going to hit me with some bullshit right away. So I waited for them to do it. And then I went, hello. And then
let's talk to the real person here. Yeah.
And then I ordered, I'm like, let's calm down. Dude, it struck me later that they must know what the tax for this, because I ordered the Caniac combo because I'm a man. So of 6 strips. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 6 strips. Get rid of that coleslaw. You can keep the veggies. Give me a second piece of bread. So I had a great time. That total, Zach, comes out to $17.17.
Oh, okay.
And some maniac at Canes must have figured that out, because they go, and I'm gonna tell you my real response to this because I wasn't ready. They hit me with, Awesome. Your total is 1717. Thank you. And I went, this is my real reaction. I went, fuck.
Yeah, that's correct.
And they were like, what was that? And I was like, yep, thank you. And then I went up and it was just like, I was bullied.
Yes, I have secondhand rage right now. I would be,
dude, it was
fuming.
And they almost got me because my brain was like, thank you. Like I was like,
yeah.
That's what you want.
No. The only restaurant who can repeat itself is Little Caesars. They have it built into their jingle. Nobody else can do that. But yeah, I think we talked about this on the show. I've been there, I think, twice. And the first time they did that, the chicken with combo, you pick it, I was frozen. I was enraged. I didn't know what was going on. I thought they were making fun of me at some point. Like, It was just very weird. And then the second time I went, to your point, I was ready to go. I was locked in. I'm like, let's say your little bullshit line. And then they threw something else at me. And I just turned and looked at Lindsay, threw my hands up. Like, what am I supposed to do here? They fully disarmed me.
And that was the reaction I had. Like, I was like, there's nothing you can do to rattle me. You got me on the price.
Yeah. It is a setup. It has to be. That's insane.
It has to be. My first thought, they had me thinking crazy thoughts. My first thought was they changed the total of my price so it fit their dumb joke.
That's what it seems like to me. Yeah.
Now that I have more time to think of it, someone realized that because the Caniac combo is a combo, so it's always the same price. They realized it was $17.17 with tax. And they're like, that's a double word. What can I do? Oh, thank you. It's $17.17. And they're like, too short. Let's add to
it. Of course, yeah. Let's vamp a little bit here. But they probably have something for each one because they have like 4 menu items, right?
Oh my God, you're so right. Yeah.
So whenever someone orders that, they got that built in. Like, and I'm sure, each state's got different tax. So each state probably has their own fucking thing. Like the Wisconsin would probably has, who knows, whatever nursery rhyme they got for that.
Your total is 1369. Damn, she fine.
Yeah.
The next window.
1738. They probably have a sound drop of Fetty Wap or something.
I think they're all trying to get. What if they're all double numbers? They have like
probably
Canes.
The Canes guy was on Shark Tank, and I didn't like him then either. There's something weird going on at Raising Cane's. It's darker, it's deeper, and maybe it's because I've zeroed in on a couple of weird shows in my life right now that are sort of taking. I watched episode 1 of Plurrysports. Not sure if anyone's seen that yet.
Oh,
that's wild.
I've heard to watch it.
Curse of Oak Island's back. So I haven't really got into it yet, but I have a thought of maybe doing a 30-second Curse of Oak Island recap on the show each week.
Too short.
It may not be though. And then The Chair Company. If anyone's seen that, that's incredible as well.
Okay.
A dark comedy, kind of dark, trying to be dark. I don't know. There's a lot of weird shit happening. Yeah. I can already see the not even Netflix, not big enough for Netflix, the Peacock documentary of what's going on in Raising the 1717, the Raising Cane's story.
Yeah, it's our pleasure from Chick-fil-A's got them rattled. I just think they're like, how do we counter it? Bibbidi bobbidi boo. How about some chicken for you? It's just unbelievable.
Like, is it? I don't understand. I don't understand the point. I feel like it's because we're talking about it. I feel like they were in our head. I feel like it's some sort of spell to make us come back. I don't know. That's part of the reason why I don't want to go back ever. Like, it's great. It's great
so
food,
good.
But
it's cheaper than Chick-fil-A. It's better chicken. And they still find ways to fumble the bag.
Yeah, they bully you. And their fries stink. Figure it out. You have 2 menu items. Get better fries.
Yeah, their fries are soggy by nature.
Yeah, on Shark Tank, it was built for this guy. They're like, hey, look at these chicken legs. Gotcha. They're just shaped like chicken legs. It's ice cream. And the guy's like, we don't want that. We know what we're doing. Fucker, this is built for you. Just take the menu item. Just take it.
Also, Soggy by Nature, first time in a while. Just a fucking awesome band name. You can have that one for free internet. You can take it, dude. Soggy by Nature rocks. SBN.
I feel like that's like a old white woman rap group.
I was thinking they were opening for Limp Bizkit, but you could be right.
Limp Bizkit's a little too hard. It has to be more mellow, I feel like.
Oh, really? I was like, they cover Rage Against the Machine. That was in my head.
I mean, if it's like that, or it's like a jazz cover band.
Ooh.
Like jazz versions of hip hop songs.
Soggy by Nature, their lead instrumentalist plays Barry sax. Yeah, 100%.
Right, yeah. Yeah, heavy. They take that bass for a walk in the middle of every single set.
That's so true. Speaking of taking things for a walk, Zach, let's take our audience for a walk over to our next segment, which I lost.
People won't even think how that was planned, but we had that one in the book. That's the one thing we planned out today.
We scripted it out. Yeah, that's correct. Football. That's why I lost confidence. I was like, what do we want to talk about next? I think the NFL.
Yeah, let's talk about NFL Week 11, which was a disgusting week of football, and everyone's praising it as if it was good because games were close.
Yeah,
don't be disguised. Don't fall for the little jingle that the NFL is saying to you when you first arrive here. The Raising Cane's version of what the NFL was this week. It was not good stuff. But every single week, Jake and I go through the headlines and name the two biggest headlines that we don't want to forget. How are we going to summarize this week at the end of the season? We remember in past weeks, as I bring it up, last week, I mean, we had Trump cutting a heel promo, and what a week it has been for Donald Trump following that. We also had a few weeks before that, we had Justin Fields benched, started, cried. Probably won't make it into this version this week, but benched again. Look at that. What an interesting roundabout for Justin Fields. I mean, we had every game's a comeback earlier in the year. We had Turf Toe, Joe's version. We had Jalen Carter, the spitter. Everything. Mark Sanchez was stabbed this year. Does anyone remember that? That was a while ago. It feels like a lifetime ago. But Jake, what's your first storyline? What's your first pitch of how we are going to remember NFL Week 11?
I was struggling a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I had a few that I could go to. I'm probably going to go back to some. I sincerely think this is my top one, so I'm going to go here, which is I'm going to go with like I think the Rams Seahawks game was very important. I think the storyline to watch is Sam Darnold played as bad as he could, and they still almost beat, I think, the best team in the NFC.
Yeah.
And I just like such a clear, like Sam Darnold, if you watch his post-game press conference, like that guy needs like somebody to watch him, dude. He's unwell. He does not feel good about his performance. His teammates rallied though. Like he played so bad. It just made me think of like the random Jared Goff games for the Lions where it's like, I threw 5 picks. I don't know what happened. But we're still good. Like this was an indication for me. Like I watched the Rams and I was like, I watched the Rams and I was like, I think you're the best team in the NFC. And that said, I was like, and I mean, the Seahawks literally couldn't have made more mistakes if they wanted to.
Yeah. Following the game, even with as bad as Stafford played, like he's a very clear-cut MVP candidate now. Like his stock rose from that game, which is weird.
Yeah.
It was an interesting situation, but Rams I agree. It's important. Do we have any more answers after that game? Like who's the better team? Who's the best team in the NFC?
Well, that's what I came away from that game and I was like, I felt like I'm getting more consistent answers from the Rams than the Eagles. And that said, like, if those were two different teams, that'd be such a trap game for the Rams later. Like it'd be like if you wanted to be one of those two teams when you replayed each other, it's like the Seahawks aren't going to make those. It'd be impossible to play that same game that same way. That doesn't mean the Rams won't be healthier or better. Maybe Cooper Kupp had all the answers. I don't know. Scouting.
I think it was after Monday Night Football last week. I tweeted out that I think the Super Bowl winner comes from the West, whether that be AFC or NFC West. But I think this week kind of solidified that to me too. Like I'm not counting out the Eagles whatsoever, but yeah, to your point, I think Rams are legit. I think Seahawks are legit. I think Broncos are legit. We'll talk about the Chiefs in a second, but I think the Chiefs are fine. I think they're right there. I'm not going to count the Chiefs out. I'm not going to make that stupid decision. But 49ers are winning football games and now they're getting healthy. That's weird and interesting. So, yeah, I feel like there's one coastline that matters in the NFL this year, and it's the West Coast. We don't care about teams in the East. We don't care about teams North or South. Do you really believe in the Colts? No one should believe in the Colts. So, do you believe in the Bills? Absolutely not. So, weird NFL season to be sure. And I think the teams in the West are actually legit. I'll start my headlines with the title of this stream right now, and that Ja'Marr Chase is a despicable human being.
I want to hear you talk through all this. Yeah.
So people, God, I hate Ja'Marr Chase. The biggest headline now from this week at the current moment is Ja'Marr Chase spit on Jalen Ramsey. And then Jalen Ramsey beat his ass, rightfully so. Jalen Ramsey should not have been thrown out for that. He was defending himself, in my opinion. After the game, Ja'Marr Chase looked straight into the camera, talked to reporters and said, I didn't spit on nobody. which is bad English. And double negative means he did spit on somebody. But the insinuation is that he didn't spit on anybody. There was like 5 camera angles. Like we saw it we saw it come up his esophagus getting ready to spit. Like it was unbelievable. And then now he was suspended. I was nervous the NFL wouldn't suspend him because he's a star. But Jalen Carter, as we remember from our week 1 headlines, Jalen Carter, the spitter, Jamar Chase is the liar. And I think we need to go back and look at absolutely everything this man has ever said, because I don't think we can take him at his word anymore. If he's lying about this, we have 18 camera angles. Every time I speak, there's a new camera angle that comes out, Jake. And I think you're muted. I'm not sure how that even happened.
What the fuck? How bad?
They're silencing you.
Do you think Kane's got me? Do you think it was purposeful?
I think you switched microphones.
Do you think it was purposeful?
I think so. I think something is happening. Big Canes is silencing you. Big Chicken is trying to silence the show, take the show down. You are back.
It switched to my camera. But you know what else switched? My perspective on Jamar Chase this weekend. I think that was better than my walk one earlier. I think you're totally right. I also don't understand. Athletes do this sometimes. They're not the only ones, but my favorite is when athletes react like we just happened to ask this question. We didn't ask you if you spit on him because we were just checking in. Like we watched it already, dude. We've already.
Yeah, why did you spit on him? I didn't. Okay, you're not gonna gaslight me, motherfucker. We watched you do it. Like, what's the deal with this? Isn't a thing. This is like the most disrespectful thing of all time. It's happened twice in the NFL. It's happened in college this year. Like, what's going on? Why are we just spitting on people now?
This isn't the most disrespectful thing. Your point is taken.
Yes, it is.
No, I will not. In a universe where Draymond Green couldn't stop kicking people in the dick no matter how hard he tried.
That's at least part of the game.
No, it was not part of the game. He tried to make
box him out.
Part of the game. No, with your foot in his testes. No way, dude. I hear what
you're saying. You
put
your ass into him, box him out. Can't kick you that way.
Mason Rudolph was more disrespectful. Myles Garrett taught him a lesson, allegedly. But
maybe somebody should teach Jamar Chase a lesson. Not for spitting, but for lying.
For lying. I to your point, before I sidetrack myself, I also think there's no doubt in my mind this is worse because, yes, not like an option was for him to say it was an accident. We would have called a BS on that too.
Sure.
But we would have engaged with it because, of course, it's what he says. But
or just take the easy way out and said, yeah, he said something to me first.
Absolutely.
I retaliated. I shouldn't have retaliated.
It's worse because there were 2 options and he picked door number 3.
Yeah. Well, I didn't do that. Okay. So like it just kind of it's the Raising Cane's response. It's the 1717 thing. It's like, I didn't know this was even an option. What are you talking about?
Yes. Would you like door number 1 or door number 2? There aren't any doors. That wasn't one of the options, motherfucker. Pick a door. Like, yeah. Apologize or justify. I didn't do it. It is the wildest response. It also, listen, one of the outcomes was that people thought you would be immature and spiteful, and dodging this in any way does not help that look. Like, you've just allowed us all to jump to the reason, which is you're a petty bitch.
Right. It was just weird. And spitting on somebody is the most disrespectful on the football field. Okay, that's the most disrespectful thing you can do. I don't
know. I get what you're saying, because
I'm not saying worst thing. You can do worse things.
But most
T. Higgins killed a man on the field a couple years ago. His teammate. What's going on in Cincinnati?
Nothing's been more disrespectful than what Antonio Brown did to that one punter.
That's also disrespectful. Yeah.
I went out of his way to kick him in the face. But yes. Or what Mike Tomlin did to Jacoby Jones. May he rest in peace.
Is he dead?
Jacoby Jones has passed away. Don't scare me like that. I've done this before.
Was it from the trip?
I like to think so, that finally Mike Tomlin will be held accountable.
Tomlin was looking up at the Jumbotron. We know this. That's not his fault.
Oh, thank God I did remember this. Not thank God he was dead.
You are caught in the trap here. No good scenario.
No good scenario. I am regretfully reporting that Jacoby Jones did in fact.
Jake's broken up about it. Let Jake gather himself. He's really sad here about the passing.
Sorry for folks who are confused. One time on the show, I made a heartfelt plea that Zach should learn more about Prince Fielder, and I was really sad he died and he had just retired. And it haunts me a little bit. So I was happy to get this one correct.
But
unfortunately, he has passed. 2024. So no longer with us. But the memory of how he was wronged, which I've always been an advocate of. Mike Tomlin knows what he did.
Yeah. We need to get you media credentials so you could ask him that question. Not even a question, it's just a statement.
So I was thinking about this the other day. So ride with me on this. There's a show on Netflix called Struck by Lightning.
Okay.
It's about I want to make sure I get the name right, but it's about the election of James Garfield and his assassination. It's pretty good. Michael Shannon. It's good so far. So in there, they talk about like what death by lightning. Okay, similar. They talk about like what sticks with you when you run for president, and I was like, if I ran for president, what the fuck would they make fun of me for? And I now thinking about I run for president someday, they're like, Jake Osmond, political contender, ruthlessly mocked the death of Jacoby Jones.
He did. He laughed in the face after just saying the words that he died. Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't hold it together. Also celebrated the death of Toby Keith 1 week before he died.
You did. You drove him into an early grave. It was not cool.
That timing was really unfortunate, but
greatest songman of our era.
That's not true. You don't believe that.
Red Solo Cup.
I like that song. You're not going to get me on Red Solo Cup, but I just, I think
you just wanted to talk about him,
Want to talk about me. Want to talk about, dude.
Banger
Bob,
of a song.
He's got Bob's 100%.
He's the Jimmy Buffett of country. What else do you want to say about it?
That's funny.
Jimmy Buffett's a billionaire, which means Toby Keith is essentially a billionaire. Is that funny?
No. My own ineptitude was the funny part.
Great.
Really struggled. My second storyline, I'm glad you asked, is you'll help me find the words for it. I feel like I'm trying to avoid it because it's boring, but doesn't mean it's not a storyline to follow. I definitely think it's one of the biggest storylines. I think it's the Denver Broncos and Chiefs game and just like where it leaves the fortunes of those two teams. Like I'm not into the, like, listen, sports talk's having a field day by going, are the Chiefs dead? And the answer is no. But
that's the main takeaway this week, I think, though.
100% is, I think this is the biggest takeaway. Whether the Chiefs make the playoffs or not, like, they're in a ridiculously tough division. I think the takeaway could just be they might not make it. I don't know if they will. I won't bet against them.
That's dead, though, to NFL standards.
They might not make it. Dead.
End of an era, right? Does that end the era if they miss the playoffs? I honestly don't even know, because they've been AFC Championship like every year. If they miss the playoffs and they make the playoffs next year, or make the Super Bowl next year, is that the start of a new era or no?
To me, it feels like the year that Houston won the NBA Finals in the 90s. Like,
sure.
If they miss the playoffs, don't make it at all, whatever money you have, people, I'm not a betting expert, but I would advise Karma wants you to bet on the Buffalo Bills, because the year the Chiefs don't make it, that writes itself. We did it, everyone. Yeah. There's no asterisk. What possibly could there be left to wonder?
That's right. That week 1 next year, they play the Chiefs.
Yeah, get stopped the first time they've lost in regular season in 30 years. Yeah.
That's a good point. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Maybe that's why I'm not trying to get too excited, because there's so many storylines with it of like, especially if somehow after this week, if the Ravens can finish strong, which by the way, they're in good shape. Like Pittsburgh's in a tough way. They're like one game behind Pittsburgh.
Ravens are fine. Like it's either Ravens or Steelers that makes the playoffs though. But the thing that really kills the Chiefs here is that the Jags won. Like they need the Chargers to lose out now, because if the Jags lost, then they would have had the same record as the Chiefs still, and they're perfectly good to go and fine. I think the Jags are still not great, so I think Chiefs can still sneak in, but it's going to be a lot tougher.
We do family pick 'em. I have incorrectly guessed the outcome of the Jaguars game every week this year. I cannot pin them down to save my life. It is the opposite of how I feel about Carolina. Something's happening in Carolina in a good way. The Jags, you're cursed. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
I've got no read on how good you are, and I think you're going to make the playoffs.
I mean, Chargers are the exact same team who they just stomped. They embarrassed.
Yes.
Like I don't trust either one of them. That's why it's like, at least if you talked to me 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, maybe probably the start of last week, honestly, I would have said Jags and Chargers both fall out and the Chiefs and Ravens both make it and the Steelers make it.
Well,
but now I don't know.
To not leave the Chiefs game too fast, the other takeaway I had, and I wanted to see if you had pushback on it, is I know they've had a ton of close games, so I guess that would be the knock. I didn't leave the game going, oh my God, the Broncos are the best team in the AFC, but I left the game going like the Broncos are maybe boring and like maybe low ceiling, but they're good. They're like very consistent.
They're very good.
Yeah, they're solid. That's what I wanted to say, but that's going to feel like an insult. But like
their defense is historic.
So good. And I think their coaching shows up. They're in all these close games because they have a historic defense, to your point. And I think they just have outcoached literally every team they've played every game this year, even the ones they've lost.
And Bo Nix, I think, has played bad this year. But in the fourth quarter, he figures it out. He at least doesn't lose the game. So if you want to call them the team of destiny, like they fit that. After this game, I don't think they legitimize themselves anymore, but I think they probably should. But yeah, because now they go to the bye week, they can figure out their offense a little bit. I feel like they're winning all these close games. It really kind of, this momentum, I feel like, started on the day that they honored Demaryius Thomas and put up a statue there. Like it feels like every time it's a fourth quarter, it's a one drive to win the game, and it's the Broncos. Like it feels like it's Tim Tebow to Demaryius Thomas. Hell of a throw by Tebow, by the way. And like they're going to win that game. Like that's what this whole season feels like for them.
Yeah, I just like they don't feel fluky at all to me. I know all their games have been close, but also their losses have been close. So, including one to the Bears, they absolutely should not have lost. So,
true.
But I think just that whole takeaway is like at some point you got to reward and merit like what the Broncos are doing. I think I agree with you that like I don't know if this is the stamp for the Broncos, but I left the game going, I don't know. I have a lot of questions. This is the way to word it. I have a lot of question marks with AFC playoff contenders. They have removed themselves from the question mark list for me.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
100%. They can beat anybody. The issue is they've shown that they can. I mean, they didn't lose those games, but they can lose to anybody. Like they should have lost to the Giants, you know?
By the way, not to like hijack this conversation because it becomes a different thing. You're so right about who they've lost to. Like it's so wild. It also goes to show like these playoff pictures are so fun right now, and for two totally different reasons. In the AFC, I would say you'd have three teams that we all go, your playoff teams, but they're not like Bills are obvious. So that like they're the most obvious of the three, but they're not the best in their division. Like it's like I would say Patriots and Bills and Denver feel like the obvious playoff picks. And otherwise, like we don't really know. Like the AFC South is one of two teams. The AFC North is one of two teams. But do those other teams make the playoffs? I don't know. And then the AFC West is going to eat each other.
Yeah. Well, the Colts, to your point, like people would say a few weeks ago, would say the Colts are the best overall team in the league. And the only thing that they've done since then is add Sauce Gardner. So they should be like a top tier team. However, they come off their bye to play in Kansas City. So, which by the way, that could put the nail in the coffin of Kansas City if the Colts are legit, or they will lose. After that, they play Houston, Jacksonville, Seattle, 49ers, Jacksonville, Houston. Is there any game you feel comfortable picking the Colts to win?
It's crazy. And it's also like the Jags have a good record, like a good record. So it's and that's all. Well, I think we're all still going, hell, I mean, the Chiefs are going to find a way to make it in. Like, and that's, so it's just weird there. And I think I'm finding myself becoming comfortable with only Baltimore or Pittsburgh is going to make it. That is not common knowledge and wasn't the idea at the start of the season. So it's wild there. Meanwhile, in the NFC, it's almost fun because it's not open at all. It's just which of these divisions from hell is going to ruin it for themselves. Because it's like the Buccaneers and Panthers are weird, are like a game apart. And it feels like that division's inevitable, which isn't fair, but it feels like it is.
That is weird. They both have 6 wins.
Oh, it's the same record. There you go. They might be.
Panthers have one more loss, but they have the same number of wins.
So, but that feels like even if you wanted to be like the Panthers will find a way to make themselves out of it. Sure, I would say they have a lot of weird wins in tiebreaker scenarios. But NFC East, okay, maybe it's just the Eagles. But I was stunned when I looked. The North and the West are the exact same divisions. It is unbelievable. Like you can argue about what teams what, but it's like those divisions are going to, who's going to win? And like they both want to bring 3 teams to the dance. And by the way, the 4th team of those divisions is going to be pissed to miss.
Yeah. Vikings are probably playing. Well, Vikings and Cardinals are probably both the worst of the bunch.
Yes.
But Vikings have all the tools to be great. They just can't get your nemesis, JJ McCarthy, to string it together at this point.
No.
But
they both have
Bears, if we want to talk about throwback week 11 here for the Flurry Sports Podcast, the Bears are technically leading the NFC North. And I don't think anyone believes that.
No. So this is what I was going to look. They have each division has a conventional, coming into the season powerhouse that will remain to be in the Lions and the Rams, where it's you can argue how good, but not if they're good. Like those should both make it. They both have a perennially good, dark horse team that everyone thinks will find a way to sneak in, but who knows if they'll string it together in the Packers and the Niners. There's questions there, different questions, but on both sides of no one believes in the Packers. They keep winning just terribly. And the Niners keep killing people and no one believes in them. Brock Purdy came back. They stomped somebody.
Cardinals,
Cardinals. So still, but no one believes in them. And then they both have just an imposter in the throne. No one believes it's Sam Darnold Seahawks, and myself included. No one should believe in the Chicago Bears. It's a travesty what they've done. It's unbelievable that they're leading that division.
It's unbelievable, and the schedule is about to really expose who they are, whether they're great, whether they're bad. This week, and it's an unfortunate situation if it plays out the way it's looking like, they play at home against the Steelers. Sounds like Aaron Rodgers may not be able to play because he broke his wrist. That's terrible. That's sad. After that, they go to Philly. They go to Green Bay. They have a nice little trap game of home against the Browns, who Myles Garrett gets to tee off on them. Then they're home against the Packers, at San Francisco, home against Detroit. Have fun.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I think that's going to come out. Well, all these divisional opponents still have to play each other at least 4 times.
The NFC North is nowhere close to being decided.
Yes. Well, right, in the divisions themselves, but it's if you still, I think most people are the Cardinals are out. Vikings want to be contenders still. Let's say between those 2 divisions, there's 7 playoff hopefuls. Okay, maybe maybe 5 of you make it. I just have a feeling that it's like Carolina or Dallas is going to find a way to sneak in while they're all beating up on each other.
I mean, Carolina's got some nice tiebreakers, but to your point, Packers Vikings play this week. If the Packers lose and they don't have Josh Jacobs, they're missing other people. They go to 6-4-1. Vikings go to 5-6-0, and there's another game between them. Like Packers last year won one divisional game on a fluke. They got one divisional win under their belt already this year. If they win just one divisional game again, they're not going to make the playoffs. Like that's how important the end of the season is right now. But the Panthers, I just want to bring up their schedule really quick. You
can talk about the Panthers as much as you want. You never have to apologize for bringing up the Panthers to me.
Their schedule stinks. It's going to be tough. They go to San Francisco on Monday Night Football next week. They're home against the Rams after that. Then they have their bye finally. They haven't had a bye week yet. And then they go to New Orleans, home against Tampa, home against Seattle, to Tampa. But can you imagine if they win both those Tampa games?
Yeah. I mean, that would probably somehow get Baker kicked out of the league. I don't know how, but the year where like he's going to win MVP and it'd be like, told you he's no good. He lost twice to Carolina. I don't think they will, but as much as we shit on them, they're very well coached. We've said that in the past. And they run the damn ball. They're competitive in every game because they keep it on the ground and they control the clock.
Yeah. It's not difficult, complex football. It's very simple. I want to tie a bow on it because I think the biggest storyline out of all the teams we talked about is the Chiefs. Are they dead? Are they not? Everyone circled this past game against Denver and said if they win, they'll probably find a way to win the division. They're in the playoffs. If they lose, there's a decent chance they miss the playoffs. The rest of their season is home against the Colts, to Dallas, home against the Texans and Chargers, to Tennessee, home against Denver, and then the final week, which I can only assume everything is going to come down to this. They go to Las Vegas. And I can only assume that's going to be primetime football. I mean, the home of sports betting, right? The biggest hub. Everyone's going to be hammering the Chiefs to make the playoffs against the Raiders, against Geno Smith, against maybe even Kenny Pickett at that point, against Pete Carroll. Like, this just feels like the Chiefs are in. I don't know why anyone would truly count them out at this point with that schedule.
Yeah.
Because all they really have to do, it feels like the Chargers are done with the injuries they have. If they win against the Colts, all they need to do is circle that game against Denver and beat Denver. And I think they're in.
God, I mean, I think you're right. And I still think that makes the most sense. We're in crunch time, though. We're getting there. I think, and
they can't afford another loss. They have to win.
No. We didn't bring this up in storyline, so I'll say it here. Also, I don't know what the fuck's going on in Miami, but you don't want to play them right now either. So there's teams that could screw it up for somebody.
Right. And by the way, I guess I just said they have to win out. Maybe they don't. If they win the rest of their games, which is very possible with the schedule I just read, right?
Yeah.
They would be 12-5. Like, that's a very good record.
That's why it's like this stuff is fun to watch. Mathematically, literally no one's eliminated. If anyone wins 8 in a row, there's so much of the season left.
If they won out.
I think it would be. I think they have 4 wins, so I think they'd have 12 wins.
They are at 11, so they would be at 10-7, which is borderline playoffs.
100%, and also, I mean, with the current AFC picture, with as low as the AFC North is right now, well, I guess it's buoyed because all the other divisions are higher. But I mean, a 10-win playoff team is likely, I would say. Doesn't mean it has to be them.
It's also kind of fun to think the absolutely dead, atrocious, horrible Dolphins have one fewer win than the very much alive Baltimore Ravens, who are surging.
Yes. But that's the whole deal. Is like, you're correct. It is funny. That's true. The Ravens are going to win that division. That's just what's going to happen. So I think that's a little different, but also it's a fair point. it is very true between how people are trying to talk about the Chiefs and the Dolphins.
True.
That's the most dead the Chiefs are, is how close their record is to Miami.
Very true. The two other really quick storylines I have.
Yeah.
One, not big, but it's true. The wind in general took over the entire week. Made a bunch of weird kicks, made terrible punts, made terrible throws. It was extremely windy in a bunch of games. But then what I'm just calling backup bonanza, I don't even know. Here's all the backup quarterbacks we saw this week, and it's disgusting. We saw Jameis Winston, Malik Willis, Shadur Sanders, Jacoby Brissett, Kirk Cousins, Joe Flacco, Mason Rudolph, Davis Mills, Trey Lance, Marcus Mariota, and Andy Dalton. Like a third of the league team, more than a third of the teams in the league, and we had a couple teams not play, obviously, had backups in, whether it's because of injuries coming in, whether it be because they're already started because of injuries. And then you can add to it next week because Justin Fields just got benched again for Tyrod Taylor. Maybe officially official. Last time he got benched for Tyrod Taylor, Tyrod essentially died. Hold your laughter, Jake. And then he did laugh. Thank you. Then he had to get thrown back into the fire, essentially. But I mean, this is insane. The amount of backup quarterbacks we're seeing right now is stupid. And now Kirk Cousins is a starter the rest of the year in Atlanta.
By the way, how predictable that happened right after the trade deadline.
True. It would have been funnier if they traded him away and then all of a sudden he's done.
True. It's very true. I guess that would have also been a possibility. All the injuries. Lane Johnson out too. I feel like we've got some bad football teams out there.
Bad football teams and just bad quarterback play. Now Joe Burrow's trying to come back in a couple of weeks. Why?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah. Bengals keep losing games. Joe Burrow keeps chomping at the bit to come back, and he will.
Can we predict, you and me right now, what team will Burrow be on when he wins the Super Bowl? I think he's going to get one. I think it's going to be on like a wild ass like team. When Cincinnati gives up on him rather than investing over time in linemen.
Right. It'd be interesting to see. Maybe he's the first one to bring a Super Bowl to Jacksonville.
That's fun. I was thinking that's Pete Carroll's boy.
Vegas is interesting. Vegas is super interesting. Arizona, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have a pitch for you. You're gonna like.
Oh, Saints quarterback goes back to Louisiana.
Oh, that's good. I would love that. Okay, that's what I want to happen. What I was gonna say, Saints tie-in. Can't you just see like somehow the Broncos sweet talk him into it?
Ugh.
We'll give you a healthy Bo Nix. Right.
Yeah. That's
in a dream.
Yeah.
Sean Payne gets Joe Burrow. That would be Jover.
It would be Jover. So let's settle on our two headlines for the week unless you have any other ones. Do you?
Nope. Those were my picks. I think Jamar Chase for sure.
Is a liar is the headline there.
Yep.
Okay. And then is it specifically the Chiefs? That's what people are talking about, but is it?
I think it has to be them. I think the Chiefs are in trouble. Dead.
So, I just want to remind everybody, week 7 headline was the Chiefs is the Chiefs. They were all the way back. And then now Chiefs are dead. I agree. Also, another headline from previous week 4, Ravens are dead. They are now all the way back. And that was sort of the point of these headlines. That's what we wanted to take the temperature of the NFL world every single week and just show, hey, remember when we all said this? Let's just remind ourselves that, hey, maybe we're overreacting a little bit. So I'm excited for when we have the headline of the Chiefs being all the way back again, which is a couple of weeks away, I assume.
It might be next week.
Hey,
1 week back in.
Big win over a contender like Indianapolis. How could they not be back?
That's right.
Okay. I have a special segment for us, Jake.
Yes.
You and I are fans of the Le Batard show.
Yep.
And one of our favorite things that they would do is the looks like game. This coach looks like X? Do you have a classic example that we can give the people?
I think one for a long time was that Jeff Van Gundy looks like the guy who's hanging around a concession stand but never makes a decision.
Very good. That's a very good one. Yeah, they've had plenty of great ones. There was great ones with Ben McAdoo. I do
Bill
believe
O'Brien.
well.
There were a lot of really good ones. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So what we are going to do is I just got some prompts, and I think we're going to figure out which coach or player in the NFL best fits this. And if you're watching this after the fact, if you're watching this now, definitely chime in with your opinions as well. I have a couple opinions for a couple of these, so I'm excited to see if Jake aligns with me without me actually saying it. This first one really excites me, so I'm going to start with this, and it's the one that I have the most clear answer for. So which NFL head coach is the kid at the pool with who swims up to you out of breath and just stares at you and has the boogers streaming down his face?
Ooh, okay. That's good. That is very funny. Now, is this person a schmuck, or are they just so out of it that they don't know?
Just a weird kid. A lot of times they're swimming under the water and they'll swim directly into your junk, and then they'll come up with their goggles completely on. You know what I mean?
100%. It's Brian Schottenheimer.
You think it's shoddy?
I think it's shoddy.
In my opinion, I saw Jim Harbaugh as this kid.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
He feels like a starer. He just stares at you.
That's not untrue. He definitely stares at people.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah. I think Shoddy's a loser. I guess, to be really mean. That's really unfair. But yeah, I don't know. If Mike McCarthy was still coaching, maybe it's just the residual of Mike McCarthy.
You think Mike McCarthy wears goggles? Maybe.
I think Mike McCarthy, much like our beloved family member Hannah, has a tough time in the pool.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Definitely shots fired. Next one. Which coach or player maybe, but I was thinking coach. Which coach looks like a fake doctor in a commercial that is pushing a once daily medicine that you should get tested for today?
Okay. This is very good. I have a couple good answers here. I want to go older. I feel like they're playing to an older clientele in the commercial.
Sure.
And so for that, I go Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll's very good. Pete Carroll definitely has a stethoscope in his office right now.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. He's testing the pulse out of everybody. And he works it into whatever motivational thing he's doing.
If not Pete Carroll, I want to get another look at this guy to see for sure. Todd Bowles. I do think
Todd Bowles
could be Todd. Yeah.
Could be Todd. For whatever reason, I feel like if he cleans up a little bit, I feel like Sirianni could look like that guy.
Oh, for sure. Oh, I changed. Sirianni's snotty in the pool.
He is snotty in the pool. That is 100%.
Good. Yeah, for sure.
What about Mike McDaniel for the fake doctor?
I
that
thought
might be too on the nose.
I think so too. Mike McDaniel is in a CBD commercial for sure. I don't,
Yeah, that's true. Very true. Which coach would go up to a player which coach looks like they'd go up to a player who just limped off the field, grab their arm and say, "Oh, looks like we're going to have to amputate that."
Well, not Brian Dable, because he just sent it back in.
That's right. He doesn't believe in science.
Yeah. Looks like we're going to have to amputate. Is that Campbell?
I can see Dan Campbell having some very
excited
cheesy dadisms for sure.
Oh, that's where you're going. We got to make a joke.
I think I don't think it's serious. I think I can see him doing that to a bloodied Jared Goff for sure.
100%. I also think Andy Reid.
Yeah. Andy Reid definitely feels that way too.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell's a very good one. I wasn't thinking Dan Campbell.
I think Dan Campbell's we got to amputate, and he slaps him on the ass and sends him back out.
Yeah, for sure. Just foot turned the wrong way. I think so.
Yeah.
Which why did I write that? I'm reading some of these for the first time in a week because I prepared this last week.
Fun.
This is a good one for me. I think it's funny. Which coach looks like they'd show up with oral herpes to a press conference next week?
That's so good.
It's a cold sore.
Sean Casey.
Who do you think Sean Casey is again?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I always do this. Duvall.
Oh, Liam Cohen. Cohen's good.
I always do that. And if I ever say Sean Casey, it's him. That's what I think his name is. Yeah. Liam Cohen.
I feel like Shanahan is good for this as well.
Yes. Not in the NFL.
If there's a player too. Belichick would be funny.
Yeah. And I can tell you who he got it from. His girlfriend who doesn't yet have her own health insurance.
True. Yeah, that's a great point. Is there a player that fits that, you think?
Yes. I think, is that fair? I don't know why I wanted to do Landon Dickerson.
Landon Dickerson, maybe that's fair. Just trying to think of just some.
I don't think linemen have good I don't know if they're watching the lip health,
That's true. Yeah, we act first, think later, for sure.
Every name that came up was centers. I'm just going to name different team centers. I just feel like a lot of them. I wanted to say that the guy from Tampa.
You're thinking of Ryan Jensen, I think.
Yes, Ryan Jensen.
Retired, but that would fit for sure.
True. So he's just probably covered in them now.
Oh, he's just covered. Yeah. He's just a big cold sore.
So gross. Okay.
Which coach looks like they didn't have to put their toys away as a kid? Not that they didn't put their toys away, that their parents would do it for them. They're that pretentious little asshole kid.
That's awesome. That's really good. Do you have one off the rip?
What I should do, I forgot I did this. So I have pictures of the coaches here, so we can scroll if we need to. So which coach looks like they didn't have to put their toys away as a kid?
It's not his fault.
Ben Johnson definitely feels that way.
Ben Johnson for sure. It's not his fault. Dave Canales looks like that.
Okay. Not him.
No way.
I mean, he would do that now. No. Picture a stethoscope around Todd Bowles'
That's
neck.
good.
That's a very good one. Gannon, maybe.
That picture of Jim.
Picture him at a swimming pool. Are you kidding me?
100%. That's good.
Andy.
Steichen, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, for sure. Not Dan Quinn. He's too cool. You think he does look like a goggles kid?
Thank you. You can't see underwater.
No.
I thought of him. I thought of Mike McDaniel, but I don't know.
Oh, Cohen to me definitely feels that way.
Cohen for sure. Sean Casey,
yeah. LaFleur, maybe. You think Canales? I don't think Canales.
I found a really pretty boy looking photo of him, and it made me think about it. Vrabel always cleans up. He cleaned up other people's toys.
Yeah, for sure. McVay.
I actually think Pete Carroll, maybe.
Pete?
Little dick.
Kellen Moore, too.
Oh, Kellen Moore? No way. Kellen Moore has a maid for his toys.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. He has a little bell.
Yeah.
That he just rang for it. Okay, that's very good. Okay. Couple more here.
This is good, by the way. I like this.
Good. Oh, okay. So which coach, doesn't have to be head coach, you can think of offensive coordinators as well. But which coach looks like they'd say, let's rock and roll in their quarterback's helmet before the first play in a drive?
Let's get the easy ones off the board. Dan Campbell, every time.
Yeah, he says it before every play.
He somehow got into the other quarterback's helmet.
Yeah, let's rock and roll, man. What? Jesus Christ.
Drive against him. So I'm just thinking the guys who are gung ho because I do think maybe Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's rock
I like
and
that
roll.
one a lot.
I do think in the loseriest way ever. Oh Jesus Christ! I honestly
Kellen or Liam Cohen.
Liam Cohen. I can't remember his name. I was like Sean Casey. Liam Cohen for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Dan Campbell's good.
Does Vrabel? No. Too high energy.
Vrabel's never said a cliche or like anything like that in his life.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah, I just don't think he's. Yeah, I don't know why. I want to say Steichen.
Steichen's Schottenheimer's good one too.
Yeah. Oh, Kellen Moore. That fucking.
I don't know. Kellen Moore. I don't think even
his
tries
voice
to
cracks.
be cool. Look at Dan Quinn though. Maybe he would say it.
Oh, I think he says "Let's rock and roll" into the middle linebacker's helmet on a drop back.
Right. I mean, any play call that he's calling in, so he'd be doing defense. But I think so.
Yeah.
Andy Reid wouldn't say it. Jim Harbaugh is very good. Jonathan Gannon, I feel like would say it, but he would stutter as he said it.
Sucks. Yeah.
I mean, sorry about it. Nah. I feel like Sean Payton would say something very racist into Bo Nix's helmet.
Yeah, probably.
And you know how there's a milk check on like the white linebacker? He would say something like a coffee check or something.
True. 100%. Something off the cuff.
Yeah, for sure. Which coach looks like he has a case of the Mondays? All the time.
No shade. I love this coach, but Vrabel.
Yeah. Vrabel's good. Shanahan is never happy to be anywhere.
Never. That's a great one. Always forget about it. Oh, Sean Payton.
Sean Payton for sure. Yeah, he's never wants to do anything.
No. Dan Quinn's so happy.
Yeah, not Dan Quinn.
Oh, Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, at this point, for sure.
Mike Mondays, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even when he's in a good mood, I'm always like, and I've never felt this way about any other human in my life. Mike McDaniel comes on my TV and I goes, "You forgot to shave."
True. That's a good point. Do I have any other ones?
Who's the Titans coach right now?
I don't know who it is now because he got fired. I don't know who's standing in.
Is it Mike McCoy or is he the one fired?
Is Mike McCoy standing in? He wasn't fired. Musgrave got fired.
Mike McCoy is the interim. Okay.
He's kind of a doofus.
Mike McCoy looks like an extra in a erectile dysfunction commercial. I'll tell you that one for free.
Which quarterback, I was trying to workshop this one, but which quarterback looks like they'd throw a hospital ball to the receiver, and then when they come back, they would just do finger guns at him?
Yes. Josh Allen.
Josh Allen for sure.
Yep.
I was thinking Jackson Dart.
Jameis Winston, read him a Bible quote as he did it.
Yeah. Jameis would tell them why it was such a good opportunity for them.
Jameis Winston, I guarantee, did this last game. Threw a hospital ball and then he yelled out, "God only gives his strongest battles to his strongest warriors."
Yeah, for sure. Jameis is so good for just humankind. He's God. He needs to start the rest of the year. Just let him have fun.
Who else loves a finger gun?
That's true.
That's like what I'm getting hung up on a little bit. Daniel Jones?
Maybe. Does Bo Nix love a finger gun?
I don't know. Oh, does he? I think Brock Purdy does.
Maybe.
A laissez-faire finger gun. This guy doesn't play in the league anymore. Ryan Fitzpatrick, check.
Yeah.
Also retired. Alex Smith, all the time. I could feel
you
it.
You think he likes a finger gun?
Yes, only on hospital balls. Not for anything else.
Sure.
He just shoots him a finger gun like I've been there too.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Let's play. Next snap. Got to move on to the next play.
Yeah,
Don't even talk about it.
That's right.
Which coach looks like they'd ask, "What's the damage?" when the receipt arrives, but then tells the waitress they brought the wrong one?
Oh, wait. Okay, talk me through this scenario. So, what's the damage I'm in on? But then
so the bills come and they go, "What's the damage?" They look at the receipt and then they go to the waitress and say, "Oh, it looks like I think you brought the wrong one."
Even though it's the right one?
Yes, of course.
Got it. What's the damage? But then tries to get out of it. Mike McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel's good.
Oh, Sean McDermott.
Sean McDermott's very good. That's a great one.
Oh, Sean Payton. Absolutely doesn't want to pay that check.
Sean Payton's good. I could see Dan Campbell doing it, maybe half serious, not fully serious.
Yeah.
But he's also he's like gritting his teeth a little bit, like, it's a lot of money. But
that's true. I got to take a look at.
Oh, John Harbaugh.
Yes, I agree. I think Mike McDonald.
This guy never has wanted to pay a bill in his life.
No. I think Mike McDonald of Seahawks is nervous.
He is nervous. He's always nervous. That's true.
Yeah. Oh, Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson's good. This is the last one I got. I was just writing something. That was the last one I got. I was just writing them down throughout the week whenever I thought about something random.
I've got one that I just off the cuff, but I think it's one we can end on this.
Okay.
I've got one top of mind, so we can start talking about it. Which head coach would be most likely to instigate a fight with someone and then yell, "Hold me back," before anyone actually threatens to get involved? Just doesn't want to.
Liam Cohen already did that this year.
Liam Cohen, you mean the Liam Cohen rule? 100%. Liam Cohen, hold me back.
God, what a doofus.
Kellen Moore.
He's for sure. Kellen Moore for sure.
Hold me back. His voice cracks.
Yeah. He's reaching for somebody to hold him back.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing in my mind. Yeah.
Kellen Moore, yeah, for sure. I can see Daboll potentially doing it. He's gone now, but
I think Daboll's a really good pick by you. I do like that.
Would LaFleur do that?
I think because we landed on it at the same time, I would say yes. I think LaFleur might.
I was workshopping one. I still don't have a good prompt for it, but I already have a coach in mind for it. It's which coach looks like insert something about a Hallmark movie, and it's Matt LaFleur. I don't know what the prompt is yet.
But I've got one that fits. Which head coach looks like the perfectly fine boyfriend who will be broken up with by the end of the Hallmark movie because he doesn't believe in Christmas enough?
That's right. Yeah.
LaFleur.
100%.
Absolutely.
LaFleur, yeah.
Ben Johnson.
Yes. Yep. They're just too addicted to their job. Don't have enough time for the romantic interest here.
I think Aaron Glenn.
Okay. Aaron Glenn would get broken up with because he refused to say if he did believe in Christmas or not. They'd ask him. He wouldn't say.
Yes, he's just, I don't believe that. It's my beliefs, not yours. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that's I don't think you need to know. That's for me to say.
Yes. And I think it goes without saying she breaks up with them so she can end up with Dave Canales.
Yeah. He feels like such a good dude.
Such a good dude. Oh, she breaks up with Brian Schottenheimer.
I mean,
obviously.
That's too big of an upgrade. Yeah, going from Shoddy to Canales, you kidding me?
It's crazy. I know. I'm trying to think of guys. They have to be the same age range. I mean, Pete Carroll's the dad in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Andy Reid is the old man who rocks around who's actually Santa.
Yes, the whole time. You kind of know, but
yeah,
he reveals it at the end. Yeah.
Yep. I think, okay, you have to obviously drop him in age a bit, but John Harbaugh
is the one they end up with.
Is the one she would break up with. He doesn't understand why Christmas is so big. There's 365 days.
Yeah. John Harbaugh is skeptical. He hasn't celebrated a single holiday.
No, he used to ask Santa for socks.
Yes. Still, for sure. By the way, and then Jim Harbaugh feels like the most dedicated elf for Santa.
Yeah,
he loves Christmas.
He wrote letters to Santa for John. He'd write John's
because he was afraid he wouldn't get a present.
Correct. Yes. I think we've cracked that wide open. Yeah.
That's a great one. Which coach looks like they would write a letter for their sibling to Santa because they're afraid they wouldn't get a present? Jim, for sure.
Jim Harbaugh's really good. I mean, let me say something nice about him. I guess that's Liam Cohen. Little nerd really wants a gift.
Sure. It's strategic for him, though.
For sure.
Yeah.
Connell.
Kevin O'Connell's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's also the boyfriend that gets broken up with, I feel like.
Oh, he's a good one. Who else is like so paranoid they're writing Santa double letters? Andy?
I can see Andy, yeah.
Andy's really weird. Oh, this is good, Quinn.
Dan Quinn's good. Dan Campbell's good.
Oh, Dan Campbell for sure. I don't.
Ben Johnson wouldn't write the letter, but he'd get very angry at his sibling for not writing one themselves.
Same boat, D'Amico Ryans.
Yes. Yes.
You don't believe in Santa, loser. Then he walks away.
Yeah. Why don't you? If you don't do it, then you can't get a present, idiot.
Yeah, just doesn't understand. Yeah.
What are you talking about? Very good. Very good. Anything else? And by the way, if you have any prompts for future ones, please let us know. Or answers for the ones that we said already. Let us know. Anything else to go out on here, Jake?
No, I think those are the big ones. We'll tease some college football stuff for next week, which is just fine and dandy because we'll really know some stuff next week. All I'd like to say in the college football realm is a lot of stuff happened this weekend, Zach. And for those who want something to follow along at home, Utah's fucking screwed.
Are they?
I don't know anything else. They're running out of spots for Big Ten and SEC teams because Texas lost. USC's right there. You're going to tell me they're going to take Utah instead of like Vandy?
Yeah, that's true. There's no shot.
It's just tough. They've played themselves into a tough boat. And by the way, because of last year, they panicked so much. Utah's going to miss, and so is either Georgia Tech or Miami, and USF is going to get in.
USF, you think?
100%. The top 5 conference winners got to get in because Notre Dame's a fucking coward. It's going to be it's set. It's definitely going to be the Big Ten, the SEC, the ACC, the Big 12. And then it might not be USF, but it's going to – they're only allowing – again, we can talk more about this next week. My big conspiracy theory is they've just clogged the top 25 with power conference teams.
Sure. I mean,
USF is the only non-top 4 team in the top 25.
I mean, are they still technically the national champions? Are they still claiming that?
I think so. And by the way, it might not be them. Like they have to play Navy for their divisional crown, but they have very purposely. Navy only has 1 loss, and it hasn't. Them and USF will not be in the top 25 at the same time because they don't want people to even think about what more than one of them sneaking in.
Okay. We should take a deep dive on 2 things next week. That, and then while you're talking, I looked up Raising Cane's sayings.
Okay.
It sounds like there's nothing that's like standard.
No.
Across the industry.
They do it for the love of the game.
Hey, hi, ho, want some chicken to go? I've never heard that one.
No.
And by the way, no shit. I'm in the fucking drive-thru. What do you think? No.
Also, it goes on too long. I'm prepared to say, good, how are you? And instead you hit me with a fucking riddle.
Yeah, for sure.
Next time I go to Cane's, I'm gonna hit him with African or European swallow. Then I'm gonna leave. Keep them on their toes.
We'll get